here at Leerburg filming some new dog training videos with Michael Ellis, and we thought we would, again, answer some of the most common questions that we get almost on a daily basis, and we're going to put them on our websites, both Michael's website and the Leerburg website, to hopefully help people. Now, one of the most popular DVDs that we've done with Michael is The Power of Playing Tug with Your Dog. We get some questions on that, and this next question deals specifically with it. The customer says, we just watched your Tug DVD, great stuff. Already noticed a huge improvement in my dog's out. One question though, if you get to the point where you say yes, and they aren't that interested, does that mean you outplayed your dog? Meaning, should I have stopped the game much sooner? What do you think, Michael?
Yes. Ultimately, there's two things at play here. One of them is when we're during the development of our play reward, we always want to leave the dog wanting a little bit more. So during the drive development stage, teaching the dog to play, our goal is to kind of make this activity as fun as possible for the dog, to build drive for this activity. So try to stop playing before the dog is completely satiated. Unless I have a very, very highly motivated dog, in which case then sometimes I'll play with them longer in order to get them to kind of settle down a little bit so that I can actually teach them things. But for most of the dogs, we want to leave them wanting a little bit more. So don't go till they're ready to quit. The other thing is, when we start being clear about teaching our outs, the dogs are now having to learn to contain themselves. They're learning rules about play. So before that, they're kind of, when we first start, they're playing in a really unfettered way. We're not asking them to contain themselves. They get to put full energy into it. There are no real rules to it, all that kind of thing. As they get better at it, we start to institute rules. And lots of dogs struggle for a period when we start instituting rules. So when we start asking them to out, they have to contain themselves, they have to think about what they're doing, they have to hold themselves back a little bit, and they're diminished by that, and they may check out in between or seem to lose some interest. What I do is I'll out them a little less during that period, but also it's something they need to work through. So when you say yes, be very dynamic after you say yes. So you out the dog lets go, say yes, and then jump, run with the toy, move it a lot, make a lot of energy, and then when they bite again, make a big deal out of it, tug well, and then maybe let them end the session by winning the toy. We talk in the Tug video a lot about not encouraging too much possession in the dog by letting them win the toy a lot and carry the toy off and win the toy at the end of the session. But sometimes if I have a dog that's losing intensity, doing that occasionally is not a bad thing.
No, I think that's excellent. And I think one of the points that we need to make to our customers is that our Tug DVD that we did is 5.5 hours long, and the DVDs that we produce are not intended, they're not movies, they're not intended to be watched just once. It is impossible for a new dog trainer to remember everything that we put into an organized 5.5 hour DVD. So go back and visit it. Just watch it again and again and again. And I tell people, watch it 10 times because the things that Michael just mentioned are covered in the DVD. So if every time a new trainer watches that DVD, they're going to pick up something new.